Not that day, not that street. But I found myself turning off the main road, slowing as I passed by my son-in-law's house. Routine, I told myself. I hadn't seen him in weeks. That's when I saw her car, parked by his gate like it belonged there. Same scratch on the left bumper, same cracked license plate frame I'd meant to replace. I stopped breathing, turned off the engine, coasted. No lights, no movement inside the house, just shadows drawn across windows like secrets. But I heard something, laughter, muffled, intimate, familiar. I left the car door half shut and moved on instinct, quiet, precise. Her laugh again, my wife's, too soft for a visit, too warm for in-laws. I found the front window partially open, and what I heard shattered something inside me that had already been cracking for years. She called him darling, not dear or sweetheart, not the word she used for me when company was over. This wasn't new, it was practiced. I didn't see her face, just her silhouette, sitting on his couch, legs folded under her like she owned it. He poured her wine like it was muscle memory. She joked about how he still doesn't suspect anything, and they both laughed. He was talking about me. She was agreeing. My wife, my son-in-law, the woman I built a life with, and the man I trusted to protect my daughter. And here they were, speaking in riddles laced with history, with a comfort that didn't belong. I backed away. Every step from the window felt like walking out of my own body. I didn't cry, didn't scream, just sat in my car, engine off, hand trembling against the steering wheel. I stared at my reflection in the rearview mirror for a long time, and didn't recognize the man looking back. I didn't confront her, not yet. I played my role with surgical precision, husband, father, harmless ghost in a polite home. But every word she spoke, every touch, every dinner conversation, I cataloged it, filed it, dissected it. I started digging. Phone records, late-night texts, deleted logs. I recovered them all. Her number called his more than she ever called mine. GPS pings, hotel receipts, photos from a cheap camera I left parked across the street. My daughter's birthday? She was there. Then at the spa. The timeline didn't match. So I tested, just once. The hairbrush she left on the sink, sent it with a clean envelope I lifted from his trash. DNA results came back in 3 days. They were a match. Not just lovers, blood. Half siblings. My stomach twisted the first time I read it. Then I read it again and again. What I'd stumbled on wasn't just betrayal. It was something darker. I waited until she got home late, still wearing perfume that wasn't for me, smiling like sin. She walked in, dropped her bag, and kissed my cheek. I didn't flinch, just handed her an envelope. "Got something in the mail," I said. She looked inside, read the report, the test, the labeled swabs, his name, her name. The glass of water in her hand hit the floor. She didn't speak. Her lips moved, but no sound came out. I watched her turn pale, then gray, then something else, something feral. But I just stood there, hands still, heart quiet. I already knew everything. I didn't ask her why, didn't need to. Some poisons have no antidote. The next morning I printed copies of the report, sent them to 3 people, my daughter, my lawyer, and him. I didn't need to say a word. The truth would do the speaking. At dinner the next night, she tried to apologize, said she didn't mean for it to happen. I looked her in the eye and said, "I don't need to forgive you. I just need to be done." She wept, begged, but I only ever raised one hand that night, to slide my ring off my finger and leave it on the table. She looked at it like it was a funeral. And maybe it was. I never told my daughter everything. Some things are inherited in silence. But I told her enough. Told her to stay away from him, from her, from the rot that built itself behind smiles and handshakes. She cried when I said I was leaving, not the city, just the life. And I did. No goodbye, no explanations, just a quiet withdrawal from the wreckage. Now, I live in a small apartment with bare walls and no photographs. I don't miss the noise. I don't miss the lies. I sit in silence most nights, thinking only one thing. I saw them before they saw me, and that made all the difference.